Hey everyone, Eugene Fedorovsky from EugeneFedorovsky.com. I hope you guys are having an amazing day so far. I hope you're crushing it in your network marketing business and you're on the way to accomplish all the goals that you set out for yourself this week. And in today's video, I'm going to share with you some business tips that I learned from a movie that I recently saw called Evan Almighty. So stay tuned. So on last week Saturday, I was watching after my parents' dogs, and while I was doing my business on my phone, I turned the TV on and as just like some background noise. And it just so happens that Evan Almighty was on. Now, this is like a sequel slash follow-up offshoot, whatever you call it, from Bruce Almighty, which is a movie with Jim Carrey. So it's not a great movie per se. It's a comedy, but it's a little corny. But I did learn something very interesting from that movie. Now, I don't know if you watched it. If you did, I'm gonna summarize it for those who didn't. So basically, in this movie, there's this guy who's a weatherman. He gets promoted. He ends up being a politician somehow, and he wants to change the world. At the same time, and he prays to God that God gives him the power to change the world. And this is a comedy, mind you. His wife is praying to God that their family gets closer because they just moved from Buffalo, they don't know anybody, and things like that. And they move into this nice, fancy neighborhood that was just built in Virginia. And so they're praying to God, and God shows up, just like in the first movie, Bruce Almighty. God is Morgan Freeman. So he shows up and he tells Evan, you're gonna need to build an ark. And Evan's like, but we're in the middle of the summer with the driest temperatures. There's no rain or anything like that. He's like, you have to have faith. You need to build an ark. And he started throwing some hints at him, made him grow a beard, and he had to wear a robe. So he basically turned into Noah. And so he started to go through these changes. So like I said, his hair grew out. He tried to shave, it will grow back. He tried to shave, it will grow back. So his wife is like, what's going on? And he's like, God spoke to me and told me that I need to build an ark. And she looked at him kind of funny, like he was crazy. So then his politician gig wasn't working out very well because he was spending all this time building an ark. And never mind the fact that his politician boss or senator or whatever you call the person who was above him is a real jerk. So he started building an ark. And his wife thought that he was going crazy. So she took her kids and they went to her mom's or something like that. And this is where lesson number 1 came in. That if you have something that you decided that you want to try, something that you want to build, and a lot of times that something is network marketing. Because it has a certain kind of stigma here in the United States, some people will look at us like we're crazy when we tell them that this is the business we want to build. So when you saw that in the movie, actually it touched me, and I was like, wow. It may be a fake movie, but at the same time, this is exactly what happens in real life, and especially in a lot of network marketers' lives. We go to a presentation for the first time, or we watch a video, or whatever, sizzle call. We get excited because we see this vision of what it is we can become. We see that network marketing is a vehicle that can get us somewhere because it doesn't care your race, it doesn't care your level of school, it doesn't care if you've been a criminal or not. Network marketing doesn't care. Everybody starts off at the same level and has the same chance of succeeding. So when we get excited and we go to our spouse, in some cases, not all cases, or we go to our parents, or we go to our kids, or we go to our cousin, a brother, whatever, and we tell them, hey, I'm starting this business, and they're like, you're in a pyramid scheme? I know someone's friend's brother's cousin who tried it and didn't work and he lost his money. And then you hear that again from somebody else. And then you hear that from your best friend. And after about 3-4 times, you're starting to doubt yourself. You're starting to doubt, what the hell did you get yourself into? So it was funny that the way that the movie portrayed it, that his wife thought he was going crazy. So she temporarily left with her kids. And now I'm not saying that people will leave you when you join network marketing, but you will get some kind of possibly negative feedback. Now, if you've been in network marketing for a while, then you know what I'm talking about. Now, there's super supportive families out there, so this may not apply, but those people usually have friends or other relatives that don't support him. So that was number one. Then, when his wife left with the kids, she was at a restaurant, and Morgan Freeman's character, who's playing God, he spoke to her and he gave her some advice. Like, to summarize, it was like to open her eyes, basically. And then maybe he's not crazy. Maybe he's just devout and this is to bring their family together. So she thought about it and she said, you know what? Let's try this out. So she went back with the kids and they helped Evan build the ark. And never mind the fact that she saw the vision, the people in the neighborhood did not. And the people in the neighborhood made fun of him hard. They were all standing outside of Ark, yelling at him, telling him that, where's the rain, and things of that nature. Things that were supposed to be hurtful. So this is kind of related to the number one. The number two thing is people will hate on you trying to do something about it, about you changing your life. And that's because a lot of people have this fear that they will be left behind. So here you are, a great friend, a friend who goes with them every Friday to the local bar, a friend that goes to bowling with them on Sunday, watches football with them on Sunday night, whatever it is you do with your friends, or your brothers, sisters, cousins, parents, whatever. And then all of a sudden you get this idea to build a business in your head. You're going to be rich. You're going to have a walk-away income. And what's going to happen to them? They're going to be left behind. They don't see that they can also build it and go on the stages of the world with you. So they have this fear that they're going to lose you as a friend. Or worse, a spouse gets all these ideas in their head that you're going to be successful, you're going to be going to all these events, and what if you meet somebody else? Or what if you leave them behind? Now, a lot of people don't do this consciously. They do it subconsciously because we as humans are afraid of change and we resist it as much as we can. And we don't want others around us to change either because things will be different. That's why nostalgia is so powerful. People love going to their high school reunions to hang out with the same people they hung out in high school with. So that was the second thing I learned. So people will throw rocks at you. Not only are they not going to support you, but they're also going to stop you from accomplishing your vision, accomplishing your goals, your dreams. And you have to be okay with that. Because he didn't care. Evan didn't care about the fact that the whole village, the whole city or whatever community was practically against him, even calling in the cops. He didn't care. He just kept doing his thing because he had a vision. He had a tunnel vision. He knew that he had to build an ark for whatever purpose that was bestowed upon him. So I urge you to come up with your own vision so you can persist and constantly work on whatever it is in your life that you want to grow. This tunnel vision will keep pulling you there. Pain pushes you until a vision pulls you. That is something I learned from Dr. Reverend Michael Beckwith. One of my favorite quotes of all time. Don't be pushed around by the pain of others inflicting on you. Be pulled by the vision that you have. Know where it is that you're going to go. Know what kind of a person you have to become. And don't let any naysayer stop you. So, to continue, to go back to the movie, so all of these naysayers kind of like having pitchforks and stuff at him, cops come, they're like, you have to come off the boat, we're going to destroy it. And, because it's a movie, at the very last moment, right before the cannonball starts swinging in, there's a dam. And the dam starts cracking because of corrupt politicians having used building companies that didn't use good products or something, so not important. And all of a sudden this water from the dam starts flooding. And so as they see the water, he starts bringing everybody on the ark. And the water floods, and everybody survives because they got on the ark. So that's where I got my lesson number 3. At some point, those naysayers will change their tune. It may not be in the beginning, but once you become successful, once you start showing people that this is a legitimate business, this is the lowest risk, lowest overhead way of starting your own business, bar none. Where else can you get a business for $500 or even less? Sometimes more. Where? Nowhere. You want a franchise? $1 million for McDonald's, plus $100,000 for Hamburger U. Maybe 7-Eleven is cheaper. Maybe Taco Bell. So that was the number 3. Once you become successful, once you go through the grind, once you do the tasks you have to do even though you don't want to, like prospecting and marketing, once you do all these things and you make yourself a success, other people will start noticing and they're going to start asking you questions. One of the best examples of this is my coach and mentor, Jessica Higdon. She's Ray Higdon's wife. When she joined network marketing, her dad was not happy at all. She joined network marketing, I believe, at the age of 19. And her dad had these dreams that she was going to go to college, that he was paying for, and he wasn't happy when she told him she wants to do network marketing. So what she did is, under the radar, she built a business anyway. And when she made her first $10,000 check per month, her brothers joined, both of her brothers, her mom joined, and her dad came up with all these spreadsheets, because he's an engineer, I believe, all these spreadsheets on how if she gets to, and they get to, and they get to, and they get to, she can have a big business. So it was this fancy spreadsheet where she can plug in her numbers and see if she's on a track. So get results, and those people that are naysayers may end up changing their mind. If they don't, it's okay. It's okay. You can always have a conversation with them and just tell them, hey, listen, I don't need your support, but at least don't tackle me. Let me run. Just don't tackle me. You don't have to support me, but let me do my thing. And once you have that little success or big success or whatever it is, they're going to see you differently. And they're going to see this network marketing thing as perhaps something that is a legitimate business, which it is. Perhaps they'll share your story with other people instead of sharing their cousin's, brother's, sister's boyfriend, Bob, who got his money taken by this network marketing company, allegedly. They'll share your success about how you succeeded. And you impacted thousands of lives, if not millions. If you grow a big enough team, you can be impacting millions of people. So I hope you found this useful. If you have a chance, if you have some time, I don't usually recommend people to watch movies, especially ones kind of corny like that, but I definitely recommend you to watch Evan Almighty so you can get the same, you can see where I got my ideas from. There's a lot of people out there who just don't realize that in order to have success, you have to put in the work, you have to prospect, and you have to market. You have to get eyeballs on the presentation. And the more eyeballs you get, the more success you're going to have. And then at some point, it won't matter what the naysayers are saying. And those naysayers may turn into your biggest supporters. So if you found this useful, feel free to visit my website at www.eugenefedorowski.com, where I have a training like this almost on a daily basis. And if you have an idea that you want me to cover in a future video, feel free to send me an email to eugene@eugenefedorowski.com, and I'll be more than happy to consider shooting a video for it. With that said, I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I'll talk to you next time. Take care.